I'm not supposed to be streaming, but I really want to get going because anniversary fall. So originally I had to pick between Jin Yuan and Jin. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know anything about him, but apparently he's like boyfriend material. But the thing is, Jin Yuan is like one of the top characters I really want, and I kind of forgot about this guy too. So I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to, I already did 30 polls. So yeah, and I did not get Shorekeeper's weapon. I actually got a few comments that Shorekeeper's weapon, like signature weapon, is not the best. So I guess you could say it's probably the best I didn't have it. So we're just gonna continue on with the main story and speedrun it. And I'm gonna probably be mute the entire time, mainly just because I have some homework to do that I was supposed to do earlier, but I took a nap. So yeah, if I'm mute, that's probably because I'm doing homework. So yeah.
You there, Abster?
He called him Abster. What the fuck is that nickname?
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinel say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky?
I just noticed how Rover's voice acting here is actually really good. Props to the voice actor.
Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Egla Town would be a perfect launch pad.
It's the Robin of Wuthering Waves. Oh my god, the music is so pretty. Okay, I'll shut up.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you? Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Dracona, a wandering bard. I'm glad to have met you. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartathea. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartathea since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartathea? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it.
Whoa.
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Okay. I bet that pun was intentional, I don't know. Here we are, back at the... Oh, my mouse is in the... I hate when the cursor's in the way.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate.
That's Star Eyes.
Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them.
I don't really like her design. It's a little too exposed. It's bothering me.
What
Oh,
is
well.
the meaning of this?
She's one of the few characters in this game that I do not like.
Someone
the
used their
design.
resonance ability to help me relive this moment. But this seems unexpected.
But I can kind of
How
overlook
did
it
you
a little bit.
first come to notice me?
Her voice is pretty though.
The Sentinel. Imperator's
There's so
voice
many
guided
girls
me to
with
you.
like C at the beginning of their names. I'm
You
losing
heard
track.
the Sentinel's voice. Then tell me, am I their resonator?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're trying to figure out, bro. At least, that's what I'm trying to remember.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian. But you really don't have any idea?
I kind of forgot what happened last time.
I've actually been searching for the answer to this question too. My memories are fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator, and the moment I was given the name Fleur-de-Lis. I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
frequencies got split apart. Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
Oh, oopsies. Well, I need to close. I did something by accident.
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's... I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals. I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
I don't know. Also, if you hear clicking, that's my pen. I'm sorry.
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian? You can perceive the Threnodian?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I'd never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So, it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel. Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave.
She actually looks like a
No
Lord
one
of the
can
Rings
enter.
character, not gonna lie. Like, the blonde hair, the ears. She looks like one of the elves.
I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power
just
source
don't
that
really like her
maintains the
dress
Sonora Sphere's
design.
integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Oh, I think I know who it is. It's the jellyfish lady. She's like, what are you two agreeing on?
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
Oh, it's the jellyfish lady. I had to skip her banner for Shorekeeper.
It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Rover.
Yo, don't get up in my
Oh,
personal
thank goodness.
space.
You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach?
The music is funny though. Gotta give props to that.
Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Yeah, way more helpful than probably what you expected.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
Why are you crying? I guess I'll spill the tea of what actually happened.
Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Find a fish lady, a jellyfish lady. Oh, who's there?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. My name is Sebastian.
What? This is not Black
I've been
Butler.
entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for a discussion.
Hey, this is not Black
Phasalia
Butler.
family.
Don't take
The one that's
don't take
likely
Sebastian's
worshipping
from Black
Patronodian.
Butler's role, please.
Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Like, I wonder if he took info from Black Butler.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
I will convey your message to the lady.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Spill the tea.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
Click potatoes.
Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in? Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita. Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
So I got a little bit of a summary of her, that she, from her like trailer thing, she was forced to eat poison. She ate so much, I think, to the point she becomes immune to poison. That's what I heard. I don't know.
In any case, the Phasalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathea spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. I can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Alright. I don't know how long this quest will be, but I'll try to get as much done as I can. The only thing is that my limit time is at, I think, 2 or 1:30 a.m. Because I do need to sleep. Wait, I can just... teleport myself.
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cardathea mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
want to find
Cherish
a diamond
every
chest.
gain.
Because I need those sweet, sweet, Oh,
An unexpected discovery. Seems like a new discovery. Cherish every gain. Remnants of the past. Seems like a new discovery. An unexpected discovery.
the house is pretty.
Now, if you'll please just follow me.
He even sounds like Sebastian, but as if he was an old man. Oh my god, it's her.
One moment, please. I shall inform milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary.
Oh my gosh, she's here.
To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
Okay, I love her design, but I don't like her outfit. Personally. But whatever. It's fine. She has a very colorful palette.
Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study? Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto.
forgot about that guy.
Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think?
You better not be poisoning
still
us.
hold a grudge. Won't you accept my apology?
Well, the thing is, I don't know if you poisoned the tea, because I know about some of your lore, so... just to be safe.
I see. Let's set aside such past unpleasantness for the time being. I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart? Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders, it is...
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
These are... This is it. Are you prepared?
If she's gonna poison
Yes.
us, I swear.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to.
Is it cutscene time?
Just as I expected. The Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
That's something I did not expect. Is that even possible?
Both Jinzhou and Jue owe you their future. That makes you the only person capable of this task. I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you've described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Then, what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
By all means.
Got jump scared, bro. We are all bamboozled here. What does this mean? We got a new sword. Oh, well, I don't think it's ours.
Rover, who are you really?
We don't know. We lost our memories.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Oh, hell yeah.
Please, enlighten me.
See, there's so many names that even look similar.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
That's weird.
Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos? Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator's sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
Wonder how
So
long
you're
is
the
this?
one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the
How long
sonorosphere.
is this quest? I know it's like 3 hours.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish.
She has that vibe.
There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Phasalia estate that leads directly to the sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lift.
Okay, so the quest,
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
maybe.
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
Okay, so the quest
Huh.
is 3.5 hours. I'll try to get through at least 2 hours of it, and then I can finish the rest later. I also want to do a separate stream for the anniversary stuff, like I did with Honkai Star Rails. See, Honkai Star Rails, you should do better camera angles like this.
Why do the Phasalias have a cable car that leads directly to the sonorosphere?
Before it became a sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there.
I'm sorry.
A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Phasalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school.
I would be lying to say,
The
like,
elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access.
you know, I would be lying if I said I wanted her, but mostly because of her aesthetics. But unfortunately, I had to skip her banner because, of course, like I said, I have to save it for Shorekeeper, so I'll have to wait till a rerun banner. God, not this again.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective.
Spill the tea.
Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
I have no idea.
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true.
Oh?
I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh?
I mean, I'm not
I
surprised.
assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane. But historically, every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's
Get to play as
undercrypt.
her
The
again.
gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here. Strange. This area was clear of passages towards the northwest. And there's no passage field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself? Tied to deep tides.
Didn't think there would be Gulpuffs here.
I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing me for a moment?
I'd better not ask what she plans to do with it.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her by and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide... I was there when it all... Still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the...
Oh, sorry.
The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a Blessed Maiden?
Cutscene? I swear, every time, it's like, they always look like a cutscene. I still know this is when we get a new element, or was it the next update? I actually don't remember.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartathea, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the Sword of Divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Thrunodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Thrunodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Thrunodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Okay, don't get up too personal and close like that, ma'am.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away.
I don't know why. She's like a white bread
I
to me.
underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know how to feel about her. Like, I don't want to hate her, but she's like at a point where I'm just like, she's so classic for me. And I don't know how to feel about that. But, oh well. Doesn't matter.
Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
what you said to Cardathea back there.
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Whoa, we are falling or floating. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
I keep pressing.
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
I can go for 30 more minutes.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Me? Now's not the time to be so careless after that promise you just made to Cartathea. You should focus on learning more about this place from her. I'll be watching with great interest to see what you come up with.
She has nice nails.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Then do something,
Are you
man.
afraid of knowing the answer?
Like, you're not gonna get anywhere if you just kept sitting around
We'll be
waiting for
arriving at the
answers.
first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
What just happened, man? Yo, I don't want this to become a freaking heron. The sound effects are funny, though. Please don't make this a freaking heron. Well, I mean...
Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again.
I'm only...
As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
I'm only dedicated to my wife, Shorekeeper. I am dedicated to her. Because she's wife. The true one love. Sorry, hold on, I'm writing something down. It's hard multitasking, but I have to get this done. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but I better get this done sooner or later.
Wind, guide me.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first dark tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the dark tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
Sorry.
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle. The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here. this calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try? It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Bad timing. Sounds come forth. Strike the shadows. I sense your weakness. Moment of resonance.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns. Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Don't worry. Another water rise is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
He's funny.
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
Oh my god, the way he chuckled.
That's because this very water
got
we're
me feeling
sailing on
something, man.
used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here.
I might have to stop here. What time is it? I'll probably have to stop here. We have time before Jinyuan's, well, the anniversary banner ends, so these are all the stuff I have to do. But I will worry about them later. What's a token? Wait, how much do I have on me on my person? 2018! Let's see. So 12 pulls in total. Let's grab some more, shall we? This looks like those Sunsus. Only 2? Damn. Sucks balls. Oh, wait. Some good deals. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to skip Mother. She's awesome too, but... Ooh, her companion story? Ooh! I really want to do this, so... Well, we can worry about that another time. Anyways, I will continue the main story. I don't know when. I think am I busy this week? I don't think I am. I know I'm busy one weekend. No, I'm not. But yeah, I think that should be it for stream. I need to finish up my homework. And then I'll head to bed. Yeah, I'm sorry it's short, but it's just that I really want to start the main story, and it's just Jinyuan's banner is now up. So, well, I mean, technically it's like you could choose anyone, but I choose Jinyuan because he's like, he's another tough character I really want. So, yeah. I hope I don't lose my 50-50. That'll be really bad. So we're gonna try to catch up with the main story, and as well as doing other quests. Though I'll do most of the other quests off stream because they're kind of boring. Oh, and then the anniversary thing. I know a lot of people complain about anniversary awards, but keep in mind this is like the first anniversary, so there's not gonna be much at first. People have high expectations. Look, as long as I get enough to do like some polls to get Jinyuan, I'm fine. But anyways, thank you so much for joining this late night stream. Pretty last minute, but I will start next stream. I don't know when actually. Maybe this weekend. But yeah, I do want to get going with the main story. So I'll see you guys later.